Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. And this is in the continuation of the last video where we covered chat gpt integration with Flutter. This is going to be a very interesting video because in this video we are going to talk about DALL-E2. So DALL-E2 is another AI thing which generates images. You might have seen somewhere on social media a lot of AI images. So we will see in this demo that how we can do that with the same application, same SDK. So what you have to do, first of all, you will have to go to pubspec.yml and you will have to just uncomment this library and just do pubget so that you can refresh this SDK. So once you are done with this, then uncomment it and then again do pubget so that you get the latest version of this. So that's one thing which you can do. Second thing is that we will do some more changes in the code so that there are some bugs as well in this application. So we will fix all those bugs as well. Before that, please subscribe to the channel if you're not the subscriber already. Also like the video, because if you'll increase the like numbers, then obviously it will help YouTube in terms of algorithm to promote this video. Now going back to main.dart, you can see we have chat gpt demo, and in the chat screen in here we just show what do we show, chat gpt demo. So now it will be chat gpt and DALL-E2. Okay, both of these will be here. Now what other changes we have to do? Now rather than saying send a message, we could have say enter a question, right? That could be a better word. So this is another bug which we can fix. Also, when you enter your text for the first time, for example, if I write hello and if I press enter, nothing actually happens because we do the initialization inside send message, which is not a correct way of doing it. So what we will do in this part itself, I'm gonna just take this builder out of it and I'll just remove it from here and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so what it will do, it will actually help me in terms of getting the latest code. Okay, like it in terms of like initializing it in the init state itself. And then because a lot of you guys messed up with my this API keys, so I have changed it, and now you can also remove this org id that's not required anymore. Okay, what else you can do? So this is one part which we will cover. So I think one more thing is when you do on complete stream, you have to say as broadcast stream so that it does not say that this stream has been already listened to. So once you are done with all these changes, you can do a hot restart. Now we can ask something like when Mahatma Gandhi was born, right? And if I press enter, I should get now an answer. Yeah, so everything is working fine. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2nd in India. Okay, so this is looking good. Now what we have to do, we have to add DALL-E2. So just rather than just having enter a question, now there should be an option to generate some image, right? So what I'm gonna do in here, where we have the icon button, I can do one more thing. I can just say a button bar which will have children, the one icon button, and then I can have a text button which says, let's say, on pressed there will be something which will happen, and in the child we can just say generate image, right? This will be good, right? So now we can see generate image, and now image can be generated not with a question but a description can be there. So we can just say a question or a description, and if I do that, it is cut down. So let's remove this question slash description, right? So now if you enter something here, you have two options. One is you can just press the send button to send as a text, or you can generate an image, right? Something like that. So what else we can do? Now we will have to, first of all, how we will identify if the generate image button is pressed or send a message, right? So what we can do, we can have a boolean over here where we can say is image search. Okay, by default it can be false. So what we will do, Okay, let's remove the final keyword. So once you press this button, okay, then we can just say is image search is equal to true. And if you press this send message by any chance, then we can say this is false, right? So based on this property, we will decide, what where we want to go. And then we can just say send message here as well. Now coming back to this place, send message. Now we have two situations. One more thing is basically right now, if you know leave it empty also, then also this thing will go to API, do things. So let's make sure that controller is never empty. If it is empty, it will just return, so that no waste of API calls, right? So that you don't get out of your quota. So you in OpenAI you get some quota for doing these requests, right? And right now it's in beta, so that's why they are very much giving you things for free. Okay, right, so this is done. One more thing is in the chat message also, this class has text, which is fine, sender. We can have one more field here where we can have a boolean saying is image, if it is an image or if it is not an image. And by default we will say that it's an image as false, like this is not an image by default. Let's remove this thing from here and let's do this. So now it will help us, rather than just showing a text, it will help us in showing an image as well based on this particular field, right? So now what next? So what we can do here, rather than just showing a text over here, we can have is image. If is image is true, then we can have an aspect ratio kind of thing, let's say 16 by 9. And then in the child part we can use image dot network, and then we can have text over here, right? So if it is an image, okay, it's saying something something something, which is fine for now. So if it's an image, then we will take aspect ratio widget. Inside that we will fetch some image and paste it from network. By default this is false, right? So nothing to worry about. Okay, this looks fine to me as of now. And now what I'm gonna do, once we are done with this, we will go back to chat screen. Now we will add what we have to do in case of it's an image. So we can see we have a request over here, complete request. We will have an image if is image search. Okay, if it is an image search, we will do something else. We will keep doing what we were doing from, like, for example, till here, right? Like this. Okay, we are getting some errors right now, which we will just ignore here because that's none of our concern as of now. Okay, so what we have a send message where we have is image search. If that is happening, then fine, otherwise we will do something. Okay, cool. Now what if it is an image search? Okay, then we will use another request. This time the name of the request would be chat gpt. Okay, let's do this, chat gpt dot generate image. Okay, and then you can basically add some sort of things over here. So generate image takes a request, right? Oh no, let's check what else we have. We have okay, generate image is there, which will take something something. What else we have? Let's see. We have to use generate image request, right? And then okay, cool. So what we will do, this is not a request by the way. So what we can do is we can just say chat gpt okay, generate image. Yeah, so this is the generate image, and here you can add the message. So message dot text we can again say, and the number of images which you want to generate. For example, right now I want to generate one image. By default the size is 1024 by 1024, which also we can change. For example, I can say, for example, 256 cross 256. This is a better size, right? I'll do a hot restart for now so that it does not give me error again and again. Now once we are done with this request, what we will do, we will have the same subscription. Okay, and then we can say chat gpt dot on generate image, like this, generate image stream, and we will pass the request over here. It does not need like this, as broadcast stream, and this time we'll get response dot data dot last dot url. Okay, so this is what will give us the image. Okay, so once we have this image, we can send this to chat message saying that this is basically our data, right? And then everything is fine, and this time we will say is image as true, right? But you have to make sure that in the top also, when we are setting is as a user, we have to say is image as false. Otherwise, when you will send your first text like as a user, it should not check the image part, right? So now we are done with this part as well. There's one more problem, that we are doing these things again and again, right? Here also we have to say is image false. By default it will be false, but in case, if you don't want to mention it, it's okay. But this thing is something which we are doing again and again. So what we can do, we can extract this particular thing, we can extract this method, and we can say insert new data, something like this, and we can pass the response basically. And the same thing, okay, same thing we can do with that also. I think this is probably wrong. We can just say string response, and we will replace this response as this. Okay, and what we will do, we will also change this particular thing, and we will say insert new data, and we will paste this, and here we can paste the above one. Okay, I think we are done with most of the part. Now let's try it out. Okay, so what we will do, let's say a dog in the sky, if you see this part, right? And now I'll press generate image. Let's see what happens. Something is happening. We got some image, but it's loading, right? So dog in the sky, that is nice. So finally got the image. And one more thing is, what we can do is, like, while this thing is loading, right, what I can do is I can use this loading builder, which will if loading progress is equal to null, then it will return the child, as otherwise it will show circular progress indicator dot adaptive. So what I'm done is, like, if it is null, then return the child, otherwise show this. So let's try one more time. So let's do a hot restart. Let's say a man is sitting on a chair in the space. Let's generate an image, and then we see the response, and then a loading indicator as well. Oh wow, this is looking so nice, right? Let's ask a question this time. Who is the first prime minister of India? And then let's see if it gives us a text or not. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. For some reason, oh, I I just press submit. So that means, okay. Now what I can say, what is his name? Now I'll press the send button, because last time I just pressed enter. Okay, there is some error which we got, which is, what is the error? Oh, his name is not specified. So what we did is, even when we press the send button, let's see what is the error which we have till now. So when we press the send button, is image search is false, which is fine. You go here and this is fine as well. This is fine. I think it should work, right? Okay, let's see what is the problem now. um let's say what is his name, and we got the request. At least this is looking fine to me. We have to check if we got any response or not. Okay, we got some error. Okay, there is still some issue with some of the image. Okay, let's do one more thing. Okay, there is one more problem which we are facing, and that is basically, okay, we got some data finally. So there is something wrong which we are doing. Oh, let's fix it. So in the dispose also, what we should do, in the dispose part, we should also say chat gpt dot generate image close. We should close it, otherwise it will keep giving us some stupid errors. And also let's go back to chat message and let's see if we have left something over here. So this text, if is images, okay, so by default it is false. And yeah, I think it's fine only. Let's do a hot restart. Okay, so now let's ask, who is the first prime minister of India? Now let's press send button. Everything looks cool. Okay, this time we got some error again. I think there is some issue. Okay, so for some reason our is chat image is not working. Like we are, okay, is image search true, that is fine. When we come here, then we do this. Okay, this looks nice only. Okay, this looks fine to me. I don't know for what reason this thing is not working, but we are definitely missing something. Let me know in the comments if you find it faster than me. But let's see. Okay, let's do it one by one. Okay, so once we ask this question, we'll come here, then we will come here, then we will go to this part. Oh damn, so it should not be true all the time, right? It should be like is image false, so we have to send it. So when we are doing it here, then we should say is images false. Otherwise we will say is images true. Okay, this is the mistake guys we were making. One more time. who is the who was the in fact who was the first prime minister of India? And now let's press enter. Okay, this looks fine. This looks fine as well. And okay, this looks fine as well. This looks fine as well. Damn, how stupid I am. I'm not using this thing here. Okay, one more time, guys. One more time. Uh, so I'll ask a different question. Who invented car? Okay, this is a better question now. Okay, the first self-propelled car was invented. Okay, there is some issue, some fix now. Um, show me a 3D car with RGB colors, and this time we will generate an image. Cool. This is looking fine. So this is the image which we got. And now, yeah, I think who was the last president of India? I think they have the data in of like 2021 last, not even of 2022. So yeah, the last president of India was Pranab Mukherjee, who served from July to 2012 to July 2017. Okay, now it's working fine. We did all the things, and that's it from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This DALL-E 2 integration as well, and we will keep improving this. If you like the video, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also let me know in the comments your thoughts about this new series. Probably I'll also commit this code saying DALL-E 2 added, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't forget to share with your friends as well. Bye bye. Take care. See you in the next one.